shit. So it's like even the meaningful threads are laced with crap.
Right.
And it's
and they get drowned out pretty much.
Yeah.
The important shit is just, it's too hard. You got to swim to the bottom of the pool to get to any of it.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous.
But yeah, very frustrating. So, anyways, yeah, I just stay away from the forums just because
I try, even after I got banned and I disappeared, I'd visit there every now and then just to find out if there was any new developments within the movement, if anything interesting was happening, you know, just to keep tabs. I wasn't out there trying to fucking troll or anything like they kept claiming that I was. I was just, you know,
trying to stay up to date on shit.
Yeah, the negative feelings that I had at the time when I got kicked, I mean, they dissipated. And, but that, you know, like I said, eventually I got over the emotional upheaval of the whole situation. And, you know, even after my talk with Thunder, you know, Gregory Wentz, a.k.a. Thunder, I was hoping that would have come to fruition. You know, I was actually very interested in just meeting with him.
That's right. He lives down in your area, doesn't he?
Yeah, he lives
not in your area, but
yeah, he lives approximately 200 miles away. If you were to Santa Maria, yeah, it's about a 200-mile drive. So I decided to actually go beyond the halfway point. Actually,
but that meeting never took place.
Yeah, because
the motorcycle thing.
Yeah, the damn California DMV wanted $450 just to register a bike that would normally have cost me $81.
I was just gonna say, isn't it like 70 or 80 bucks?
Yeah, it
Why
would
is it
have
so
been,
expensive?
But they kept on piling on all these late charges because I wasn't paying the registration, because I didn't have the money. You know. So it was like, and then it's like every month they would, or every so often they would like, okay, the first round of late charges, the total came out to like 180. Okay, what the fuck are you doing? 180 when it was only originally $88 actually was the original amount for the registration. The next time I looked, it was like 180. The next time it was like 2-something. The next time it was like up over 300, and then finally they have a cap, and the cap is $455. They can't go up any higher than that.
Jesus.
So I said, you people are out of your fucking minds. I mean,
now it's gone to collections.
Yeah, now they've got it to collections. And they're never going to get it because I'm doing it on principle. And I'm not going to go out there and find a job just so I can get my bike registered.
Right.
You know, I ain't going to do it.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. You can't squeeze blood out of a turnip.
Well, that, and I just...
I heard that.
The last time I worked, had a regular full-time job, was back in... When was that? Was I working when I was with the Zeitgeist movement? I think it was 3 years ago, around August of 2008. That I last worked a quote-unquote regular job.
Right.
Okay. I was like I said, I was into popping the ibuprofen just to keep from, just to help me deal with all the pain that I was going through with all the work that I was doing. I was working anywhere from 10 to 15 hours a day on occasion because it was a small shop and we had work to get done, so that and just the repetition of hopping on my bike every morning in the ice cold or whatever going through all that traffic. It took me a half an hour to go.
Traffic is horrible.
Yeah, the traffic is horrible around here, even for a motorcycle. Even though I was able to squeeze in and out of the cars along the freeway. On average, it took me anywhere from 25 to 30 minutes to get to work. The same way coming back. Dealing with all the fuckheads on the road and the way they drive around here is like a joke. So it took its toll on me, and it just flattened me emotionally and physically, and I just threw up my hands and walked out. You know, no notice. I just went home.
Well, yeah, everyone's got their limits, you know.
You know. So my money slave days are over. And Rob here understands that. But then again, I mean, I'm not so much of an invalid that I can't help him out taking care of things around the house. So that, you know, we're the best of friends. He's really the only friend that I've got, aside from his sister. His sister's pretty cool, and we talk from time to time. Anyway,
do you do the TeamSpeak thing at all?
Actually, I tried it. I was doing some open mic guitar on there.
Oh, nice.
You know, I had people come in and listen and tell me, hey man, that sounds pretty good, kind of thing, you know, and I did that for a little while. I still have TeamSpeak installed, I just haven't been there in a while.
Because I was going to say, yeah, that was kind of like my alternative to the forums, where I could still stay up to date on things, but even then, like, you get into a lot of, you know, you go there and the conversations, like, about dick and farts, or it's all sex related. Like, you could be talking about physics or something important, and it just always fizzles down into dick somehow. So you got to kind of pick and choose your, you know, I'll pop in, sit in a room, you know, whichever room has the most, you know, English speaking people. I'll chill for a minute or two, get a feel of what they're talking about, and if it's something relevant, I'll contribute, or most of the time I just X out and I just go away and come back in a couple hours when some different people will be in. But I have run into have you ever talked to Heron, or are you familiar with that name? The Earthling guy, the linguistics guy.
Heron, no.
You'd actually probably get a kick out of him, because you and him kind of think along the same same lines, you know, no bullshit. And actually, I wasn't a big fan of him at first, but after I'd gotten a chance to talk to him a couple times, if anyone understands about the problems that we're encountering, even just amongst English speakers, let alone when we're, you know, any of us are trying to communicate with someone that English isn't their first language, which I'm sure you've seen plenty of in the comment thread for the YouTube video. If anyone understands the inadequacies of the English language, or just language in general, it's that guy. And he's definitely a wealth of knowledge, and he's just interesting to talk to. Like, he's not into the bullshit at all. So yeah, he might be one. I'm not sure what his schedule is. He's kind of sporadic, but when you can catch him in there, if you're looking for someone actually worthwhile to talk to, I would say Heron is one of the few. Let's see, and I've met a couple other people too, but like I said, it kind of ends up like a forum in real time. Like, you'll get some relevant tidbits here and there, but then it mostly gets flooded with like opinions and preachers and arguments, and most of the, like, if one female shows up, then it all just disintegrates into conversations about sex. So it's kind of hit or miss. I was hoping after last Z-Day that things would change a little bit and things would get more relevant. And they've got some things like they've got actually Heron, the Earthling guy, is actually the one reading Science and Sanity, so they have like a live reading of the book, and then they have like discussion afterwards and things like that. So they've got some things. I guess there's a couple other people too that were trying to start some more along the lines, I think, of what you're talking about, and what I'm definitely think is important is the education aspect of the members themselves, so they aren't out there, you know, using false tactics and turning more people against them than they are, you know, getting people to actually grasp the information and take it away with them on a good note. So, but it's still, you know, just like everything else, it's very slow moving, slowly progressing. And I think with, you know, a lot of the people were, like the linguistics team, they were all pretty much busy trying to do the translations in time for the release of the film. Peter, I think, has maybe done like 1 or 2 radio addresses since fucking, I don't even know, in like last October or something. So everyone's been kind of bogged down, and then it was kind of bad timing with the film release, because now Z-Day is like, what, 9 days away now, so I'm sure he's got a lot of shit to do with that, especially seeing as how it's in Europe this time rather than New York or California. So I know he's got a lot of shit on his plate too, so I'm actually kind of stoked to see, like, after this Z-Day, once things, you know, kind of go back into normal pace again, to see what kind of stuff, unless he's already got like another film planned or something. But you can hear in his voice in the last radio address or two that he's reaching kind of a point of burnout. He's kind of spreading himself too thin. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've basically been using TeamSpeak as a sort of basically like my live forum, but, you know, you just kind of pop in and out. Also, there's another chick, this lady named Jackie Carboni, who took a trip down to Jacques and Roxanne's property and did the little tour thing. I guess they kicked her a free set of, you know, the lecture series from back in the day that Jacques did, and she's been doing a cool thing too, where she plays the CDs, and so you can like go into a room, everyone listens to it, and then at the end, you know, or unless someone got like way too lost in the middle, then they'll discuss that stuff too, or just do like a general overview. And it's just interesting to hear Jacques' point of views from back when he was a little bit sharper and a little bit, you know, faster talking, although I think there's a reason for, you know, after you trial and error and you've talked to enough people for a long enough time, you kind of start to hone your skills on what works as far as communication goes. So anyways, they have some interesting stuff, and they have a couple other things in the works, but for the most part, yeah, I get kind of the same feel from TeamSpeak that I do from the forums. A little bit different though. I mean, even by chance you can bump into someone, like if you just hop in and just listen to the conversation, you can single a person or two out that you can tell will be, you know, kind of on the same wavelength as you are, and they're usually more than happy to switch to a different room and just have discussions like one-on-one and things like that. So but yeah, I forgot what all that was, the point that was leading into, but